Hello everyone, it is almost midnight. I'm filming this from Bangkok and I didn't plan on making video today, and that usually happens with a lot of my videos on this trip where I don't plan to film videos, but then I experience something or my brain cooks something and I have a bunch of thoughts for something and I'm just like, I really want to make a video. And I know that if I don't make this video like now, my brain is not gonna shut off. I'm not gonna sleep very well because it's just gonna try and retain all this information in my head. And if I make a video and sort of dump it out, then I can sleep well. But if I don't make this video right now, I will not sleep well. So I'm just like, I might as well just stay up and make a video and actually sleep well, as opposed to not make a video and then just suffer in my sleep, because that's how my brain personally works. Also bought this today. Looks like VR goggles, right? When I first saw it, I thought it was VR goggles. It's not. It's like an eye massager. You wear it over your eye. It's like calming music and it massages my eyes, and it's also like, it's literally like an eye heat mask paired with an eye massager. It's so good. I bought it for like 95 Australian dollars, which is like, it was like 2,220 baht. Thai baht was like equivalent to like 95 Australian dollars, which is a really good deal. On to the actual video. And it's about flow state at a playground in public. It was like, I will tell you the story right now. So today I went to a shopping mall called Sam Yan something town. It's like Sam Yan, which is MIRT, I think, town. And outside of that shopping center was a playground. And when I first saw the playground, I thought, well, it's probably for kids, because there's like, it's incredibly rare that I come across a free playground in public that's designed for adults. But lo and behold, I go closer to the sign and it says grown-up playground. And upon reading what it was saying about like, who says adults can't have fun and like play on playgrounds, I'll put a picture right here with me in the sign. I was so excited. My inner child just basically woke up in excitement and was so happy, was so ecstatic, was so energized and pumped up, because it was a playground and it was free and it's designed for adults. So basically kids are not meant to go on it. It's designed for adults. And by adult playground, I don't mean like anything sexual. It's like an actual obstacle course playground that's designed for adults. There was a young kid, like I think the kid was like 7 or 8, who's like on it, and then the security guard told like the parent to like take the kid off because they're too young. I got so excited. I'll probably put in some video of me climbing and doing the obstacle course. Actually, I'll just put it right now so I don't like, forget, even though I'm not editing it right as I'm filming, but I'll just put a point here so I remember. I'll put some footage in here.
We got through the half mile.
And with very little hesitation, I went on it. And once my mind was set on I'm getting on this damn obstacle course, there was no line. Like there was already someone on the course, but they were like ahead of me already. And there was no line for it. No one else was on it besides the person who was already going a few obstacles ahead. I went on it, and once I made the decision to start going on it and start climbing it, someone's like, I hear a door, and I think it's the hotel room at the end of the corridor. My hotel room is at the end of a corridor, and there's another hotel room at the other end of the corridor. And I hear sounds, so I was just making sure no one's actually coming here and trying to like break in or something. What was I saying? Yes. Once I made a decision to start climbing, it was almost like my mind forgot about the world around me. I forgot about the world around me. It was just like, once I started climbing, I somehow immediately entered flow state. I forgot about the world around me. The thought of possible social scrutiny from people watching did not even cross my mind. And later at some point I did look up, I saw like a crowd of people, like a small crowd of people watching me. But even then, like, I didn't even fully register that there were people there. I just like glanced up and I'm like, oh, there's people. And I just went back to focusing on like doing the obstacle course. I was just like, oh, there's people, and that's literally all. And it's weird how, it's not weird. It's just interesting how I immediately entered flow state once I made a decision and I started climbing the obstacle, which is like, firstly, like climbing up a little wall. Also like rock climbing up like a little wall that was like a few meters high. And like immediate flow state. Did not even think about like the thing. I felt no anxiety at all. I was just like so excited, so hyped that I started climbing, and no anxiety, no like thoughts at all. It was just action. And my mind was just so free and just like in this like complete presence of, it's just me in this obstacle course here. There's nothing else in this realm in this current point in time. It's just me and the obstacle course. And I didn't even think about the end of the obstacle course. It was just like me and the immediate obstacle that I was navigating, which is like climbing up and then climbing down like a little wall with like rock climbing handles. And it's just so fascinating. And that only happened like it was like 5 hours ago or something at the time of filming this video. It was like 5 hours ago or something. And it's just so powerful. Like honestly, just seeing something that really excites me and then just doing it without emotions and I'm not emotion, without like unhelpful emotions and like thoughts crossing my mind, such as, oh, if I do this and what happens if I make a mistake, and what if that person over there judges me, or well, what if I start doing this and like this crowd of people start gathering and then I feel pressure to like have to hurry up because people are watching me, and then I feel this pressure to be perfect, blah 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 blah. Like none of this crossed my mind. My mind was just empty, in intense focus. None of these anxious thoughts, beliefs, or like feelings of anxiety even came up. Like that wasn't even, it was non-existent, like whatsoever, not even for 1 second once I started climbing. And it's just such a surreal feeling. And it's just so powerful. It's so powerful being able to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then do it and not have thoughts and possible social judgment and other people thoughts and like other people possibly like, you know, impeding my judgment and having and like I didn't feel like pressure immediately upon seeing people watching me. I just continued going at my own pace. I didn't feel pressured or even like any thoughts or like even subconscious nervous system activation of stress, knowing that there were people watching me and that I had to like somehow hurry up or like do things in a way that please people or look a certain way. It was just still me in the obstacle, just as when I started and no one was watching me. It's just so surreal. And this experience is really powerful for me because historically I had really bad social anxiety, and with some things in my life I still overthink, and while I might not feel pressure from other people, I feel a lot of pressure upon myself to do things a certain way, and then I start over analyzing things, and then I sometimes feel discouraged or paralyzed to take action because it just feels all too overwhelming, the process. And even when I was going through the obstacle course, I didn't pressure myself either. It's not just forgetting about the rest of the world and just focusing on the actual obstacle, but from my internal world, it was also very clear. It was clear, it was just blank, and I was doing things at a very regular pace. Like I didn't even think at all. Nothing conscious thinking. It was all subconscious. I was trusting my gut, trusting my senses, where to put my foot, where do I grab. It was all very innate, and letting that really shine and drive me throughout the obstacle course was also very powerful. Because if consciously I got in the way, it was like it might have gone down the route of possible social scrutiny, and then I'll start feeling nervous and anxious from my conscious mind's imagination of the 5-10 million things that could happen, and then I might pressure myself to be like, hurry up, do it faster, you have people watching you, or you shouldn't do this in public, or you might mess up and then everyone's watching and you're on camera, you're being filmed. None of this crossed my mind, even from my internal world, and that's another extra powerful layer. In a way, it sort of reopened my eyes to like the power of just taking action and not having all the answers, and just letting me guide myself through uncertainty. And taking this concept of just taking action, if I really want to do something, just do it, even though I might not have all the answers, I might not know what the hell I'm doing, and just do it, and then along the way I will figure it out. And even though I know this logically, it can be sometimes hard to take action, even though logically I know that I will be okay and that I don't have to have all the answers and I will figure it out along the way. It can be hard to put into practice sometimes because of the conscious input and the overthinking and a lot of the overthinking. And sometimes I think the only way to shut that off is to actually just do it. Because trying to outsmart overthinking, like myself outsmarting my own overthinking, or trying to outthink myself, is very hard. It just makes everything more headache. So just taking action also breaks me out of that circle. If I'm stuck in a cyclone, if I just take action, it will just take me out of the cyclone, and I can actually build momentum to start doing things. Sometimes just doing it, mind blank, just do it. And it's something I'm really trying to apply into my life in general, and not just things my inner child gets excited about, such as grown-up playgrounds that I can climb on for free. This is like for me it's been extra sort of important because being in a very chaotic world and being someone who thinks way too much and overthinks a lot of things, being in flow state is so meditative. It's basically my meditation because it declutters my mind, it clears my mind, and I don't have to use so much energy unnecessarily on mental processes that I don't have to use, like basically doing, like undergoing a bunch of mental processes and thought processes that I don't really have to, and doing it unnecessarily, which sucks up a bunch of my energy. And flow state really helps me just not do that, including making videos, because when I make videos, it's basically all for my subconscious and I don't consciously think about content or what I'm going. Okay, I consciously think about a topic for content, but I don't consciously think about what I'm going to say. Everything I'm saying to you right now and everything I'm saying on camera right now is basically me brain vomiting, and I'm not thinking about this consciously whatsoever before I say it. And that's how I make videos. Making videos is one example. Getting excited about playgrounds and just starting to climb and not worry about the world for 10 minutes is also very powerful for me. And I definitely need a lot more of these experiences in my life, and building up a bigger armory besides videos and playgrounds and going to theme parks with friends. I need a lot more that can be sustained on, like, used on a daily basis to forget about the world a little bit and declutter my brain, reset my brain when everything just feels way too overwhelming sometimes. That's all I had for this video, folks. I think this video might be, I'm gonna guess it's like 25 minutes to half an hour, but that's okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful, encouraging, took something out of it. If this video helped at least one person, I'm happy, because impact on one person is still impact nonetheless. Positive impact, on one person is still impact nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed the video. I said that already. My brain's fading out. It's past midnight. Yeah, I'm just gonna go now because I don't know how to finish this intro because my brain's just like shutting off. So I will see you all in the next one.